Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. Today's tutorial is going to be on this green eye and nude lip look. So let's get into the video. For primers today, I'm using the Benefit Professional and I'm using this Hard Candy Longwear Primer. So I just take the Benefit Professional and I press it into the T-zone of my face just to fill in those pores. And then I take the Hard Candy Primer and apply it to the whole face. And here I'm taking the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer and applying that to the eyelids and the lower lash line as well. So now for my Smashbox Art Lip Color Masterclass palette, I'm taking this color Albatross with a big fluffy brush. We're just going to put this all over the eyelid to mattify that eyeshadow primer. We really want it to be matte and dry before we put on any of the other eyeshadows so that they blend out really nicely. So just using a neutral nude color like this is really good for that. Next, I'm taking this color Custard from the same palette and I'm going to use the MAC 219 brush and I'm going to put that all in the crease area of my eye. We don't really need to be too specific with this color because it's just a transition color. We're just trying to make it look seamless, so this is the color we're going to use for that. Next, we're taking this color Torch, and this is sort of a slightly burnt orange color. Now we're going to take a fluffier pencil brush and we're going to apply that into the crease of our eye. We're going to be more specific where we place this color because we don't want it to go onto our eyelids and affect the color that we're going to put there. So just be careful where you're putting it. So we're just going to apply that with the pencil brush and then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So here I'm taking the Luxie blending brush number 205 and I'm just going to blend out the color Torch and the color Custard together. I'm just making it a little bit smokier and just taking away any harsh lines that I may have. So here I'm taking my Younique cream shadow in the color Tenacious, which is a gold color, and I'm going to apply that with their cream shadow brush. This is just a flat synthetic keramic brush, and I'm going to apply that all over my eyelids. I'm going to use this color as a base for the khaki green color that I'm going to apply right after this. I thought it gave just a nice different color. I didn't really want it to be too khaki green, so applying this gold color underneath it just made it a little bit different. Now I'm taking my khaki green pigment and I'm just packing that onto the gold cream shadow that I just applied. And because we used a cream shadow, it's applying a lot more intensely. It doesn't look as khaki because, like I said, I added that gold cream shadow underneath it. So it's just giving it a little bit of an olive kind of tone, which is what I was going for. And then I'm taking that same Luxie 205 and I'm blending out that harsh line because I just applied it to the eyelid, not any farther, because it is the gold is shimmery, so I didn't want it to be any higher than just on my eyelids. And we're just going to blend out any harsh lines that we have from that, and we're just going to blend. Now I'm taking the color Java from the same palette and that fluffier pencil brush that I used for the crease, and I'm going to apply that Java color to the outer corner of my eye and just kind of blend it slightly with that brush. And then I'm going to take the same Luxie brush, pretty much my favorite blending brush, and I'm going to blend that out. And now I'm taking a flat definer brush and I'm taking that Java color once again and lining my lower lash line with that. We're going to smoke this out with the orange color Torch in just a second. I really liked that orange color on my lid, so I really wanted to emphasize that on the lower lash line, and I thought it looked really nice with the kind of olive green color that I had created with the khaki green and the gold, so I just wanted to use that as the color for the smoke on the lower lash line. Next, I'm taking this nude liner from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to line my waterline with that. It's super creamy and really easy to apply, guys, and it's super inexpensive at Walmart. So if you don't have one, if you're looking for a nude eyeliner, you should definitely pick this one up. So here I'm taking my Fit Me Matte and Poreless 220 in Natural Beige, and I'm just going to apply that with a foundation brush actually today to my face. I usually use a fluffier, I believe it is the bronzer brush by Sephora, but I haven't been feeling it really too much lately. I think it's maybe specifically because of the brush. It's really shedding a lot, so it's kind of annoying to have to pick off a million hairs off my face. So I just used the foundation brush that I have, and it did a really good job. I think it actually works a lot better than the other brush, so I'm probably going to be sticking to that. So here I'm just taking my Hard Candy concealer and my MAC foundation brush, which I always use to apply my concealer with, and I'm going to do that under my eyes. I use this color to conceal and highlight because it is a few shades lighter than my skin. So I'm going to do that under my eyes, on my chin, and in the middle of my forehead. So now I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm using the color Lucid to set my under eyes. I like to use that one because it's a more pink undertone, and that helps to hide any dark circles you may have. And then I use Lyric to set the rest of the concealer on the rest of my face because it's a more yellow undertone. And I'm taking Somber from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm using an angled blush brush from MAC. I will list the name of it down below, and I'm just going to apply that color just to contour my cheeks a little bit. I don't do too heavy contouring, so this does it really nicely and really lightly. Here I'm using the Anastasia DIPBROW pomade in the color Ash Brown, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows with that. Here I'm just taking the Sephora Brow Enhancer in the color 01 Matte Pink, and I'm just going to go over underneath my eyebrows with that just to make it a little bit cleaner and to highlight my brow bone. And then I'm going to take my Luxie brush once again, and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm taking the Queen of the Fill Brow Gel by Elizabeth Mott, and I'm going to run that through my eyebrows. So here, just do a quick coat of mascara on the top and bottom lashes, just using whatever mascara you like, so we can prep our eyes for our false lashes. I can't remember the name of the ones I'm using here, but I'll list it down below. I do know they are by Wet n Wild. Here I'm taking my Trace lip crayon in the color Nantucket Nude, and I'm just going to fill in my lips with that. And over top of that, I'm applying MAC's Propagate, which is a frosty nude color, and I'm just going to apply that right over top. For blush today, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues, and I'm going to use my Luxie Angled Blush Brush. The number will be down below. Don't mind my husband in the back. We're just going to apply that blush to the apples of our cheeks and just blend that out. For a highlight, I'm using the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Luminizer in Stardust, and I'm just going to use that same fluffy brush that I used earlier to set my eye primer, and I'm going to just apply that to the cheekbones. I'm also going to take that same luminizer and I'm going to apply that to the Cupid's bow. Once we do that, guys, this look is complete. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe and like this video down below. If you have any comments or questions or any looks you'd like me to create, just comment down below and let me know what they are. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't think I have anything else to say, except I'll see you guys soon. Bye!